Hello, everyone. Cryspia's just popped in here and found out it's a Baggins birthday. So Cryspia's just going to hang out and remind everybody in World Chat about the big free-range chicken run that's coming up on Saturday. But maybe first I'll do some questing. No, first I'll put the notice in World Chat. Remind everybody. Da 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 da. So I just logged in and people are saying hi. I don't know who I'm saying howdy to, but it's like lets everybody say a different way of saying hello. So that's cool. I just popped in to remind everybody. We will be doing the big free range chicken run on Saturday, 2 p.m. EDT, Eastern Daylight Time. Okay. I just popped in to remind everybody we'll be doing the big free range chicken run on Saturday at 2 p.m. EDT. We'll be streaming it, of course. On Twitch. Okay, now I've done that. Let's see about speak to Frodo Baggins in the last homely house in Rivendell. So, wait a second. I have a map or anything to go there? Maybe I have a way of getting to Rivendell? How do I get to Rivendell? Do I have anything in here? No, I don't. I'm only like level 29 here. Let me check my shared and see if I have a map that will take me. Ooh, I have a map to Rivendell. I can use that. Save me a trip to the Gandalf taxi in Bree. So let's use that. And some of that too. Okay. So I should go over here onto my other computer. Oh man, there's a moth flying around right in front of me here. Oh, still flying around. Okay, I tried to smack it and I missed it twice. So it's a lucky moth and we'll just let it be. Hope it doesn't eat my clothes. And, okay. So, I have to pop open my Twitch on the other thing. So I can see if anybody pops in to say hi in the chat. Try and pay attention to the chat. Because I usually suck at that. Anyone who's followed my streams realizes I'm usually so distracted by what's going on that I end up not seeing what's going on in the chat. Okay, so since there's like nobody here, that's fine. Someone drops in later, hopefully I'll notice. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I have to go talk to Frodo. Okay, I guess I better saddle up. So let's head over to the last homely house. Say hi to Frodo. Oh, people. Yay. So we'll just go see Frodo and see what this is all about. How do you celebrate a Baggins birthday? Cryspea has no clue. He's never done this before. Very noisy, that waterfall. go. I guess I should dismount before I run in the house. I know you can just dash through the door and it will dismount you, but I think that's just slightly bad manners, Elrond's Hall. That's not where we're going. Bilbo's room. Let's go in here. Oh, more people. Hey, Frodo.
What do you need?
Oh, you're here to assist with my birthday surprise for Uncle Bilbo. Yeah.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Cryspea, I'm glad you're here. I am in need of an adventurer such as yourself to help with a birthday surprise for my Uncle Bilbo. When Bilbo decided to resettle in Rivendell, he did it in typical fashion, as you may have heard, with a bang and a flash, disappearing right during his own birthday party. In that moment, Bilbo instantly became the subject of many a tall tale and increasingly exaggerated legend. I know he'd be amused, no end, to hear these stories, but I myself can't go collect them. The next time you're in the Shire, could you do this for me? Were I you, I'd start with the gaffer. He hears most everything worth hearing, and he will surely know who you should talk to in order to obtain the very best tales. So, I accept the quest to go speak to the gaffer. I can do that. Okay, now, how do I get there from here? Do I have any old maps to the party tree kicking around? Apparently not. Use those all up. Okay, so let's go to Mickle Delving. I'll use my hunter travel skills, such as they are at level 29, to get where I need to go. And here I am in Mickle Delving, and I need to, first I will saddle up because I'm too lazy to walk up to the stable master. Yeah, it's like if my tunes were people, they'd be driving the car to the corner store to get a quart of milk. It's ridiculous. So
How do you
lazy.
do?
Okay, let's go to. Oh, you know what? There's a better way. I could get more directly. I could get closer to where I'm going. If instead of going to Hobbiton, I take my other skill that goes. Okay. See, I'm too lazy to travel the distance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my stable master at the house here, travel the premium house, because I can get to the party tree, which is very close to the gaffer. So that's what I'm going to do because I'm that lazy. Just to avoid riding up from the Hobbiton stable master, I'm going to go in here.
How can I be of service?
You can be of service by sending me directly to the party tree. Yay. Yes, it's worth 1 silver to do that. Sure, why not? Okay, here we are. Now I can saddle up again because I'm too lazy to walk over here and down the hill. You see this? So lazy. Just want to make this go, get where I'm going. Point A to point B. Here we are. Hey, Gaffer. Baggins Birthday. Why, hello. Frodo sent you to talk to me then. What's that young fry up to now?
Hi there. Give me a moment.
Woohoo! I'm level 30 now. Yay. Okay then. So you're here to collect stories about Bilbo Baggins, are you? Heard that I would know who to talk to? Naturally, you're correct. Give me a moment and I'll write you down a list of likely hobbits to speak to. Mind you, you'll need to catch them at just the right time. If they don't seem to have a story for you, check back on them in a while. If you want to hear every story, you'll need to have some perseverance. Oh, well, I hope you could hear what I said there over the noise of all those fireworks. Okay. Yes, I accept that. Speak to the gaffer? Okay, then. Oh, what is this? What is this? Deed completed. Level 30. Yay. Okay, that's fine. New skirmish. Yeah, later, dude. Okay, so Baggins Birthday, Gaffer's List.
Is there something I can do for you?
Here's that list. You'll want to give it a quick look to make sure you can read my handwriting. Read the Gaffer's note. Continue quest. Yeah, I can do that. And what is this? New mail. Oh ho ho. Yes, gift for a master. Now that I'm a master, I've got a present. Yay, me. Okay. And Flambered Took wants to see me. Yeah, later, dude. Later. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so we could just move this stuff down out of my way and open up my bags and see what's in them. The gaffer's note. Mind you, remember what I told you. Not everyone's going to have time to talk to you at once. If a hobbit doesn't have a story for you just when you want to talk, check back with them later. A list of likely hobbits at Sandyman. I know where that mill is down by the Bywater Bridge. Robin Smallburrow in the Ivy Bush Inn, Hobbiton. Dudo Chubb, north of the center of Hobbiton. Lobelia, outside Bag End. The Storyteller, inside the Ivy Bush Inn. Hal Hornblower, by the stables. Bogo Chubb, stable master. Lotho, outside Bag End. Hobbit Child, listening to the Storyteller. Harewood Lumsdown is the barkeep of the Ivy Bush Inn in the town of Hobbiton Bywater. Holly Hornblower, directly behind there. Holly, isn't she the one with the pies? Postman Grub. Okay, so yeah, that's quite the long list. So let's go see all these people. It's like every NPC in Hobbiton. So we'll go do that. Okay. Did I accept that? Did I
What do you
accept that?
need?
Continue. Okay. That note makes sense then. Were I you, I'd probably start by talking to Ted Sandyman. Just follow this road out to the east and turn south, standing just south of the Bywater Bridge. I know Ted's got time now, so he'll be happy to share his story. Just remember that not every hobbit on that list will have a story to share whenever you please. Just check back on them from time to time. You'll catch them at a good time soon enough, I'm sure. Okay. They keep saying that. Okay, so yeah. Alrighty then. So I could open the list and close all my bags. Got my quest item. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Sure, I'll do that later. Okay. So let's go see that. Let's go see Sandyman. Gallop all the way down here. Oh, Ted Sandyman.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Surely I'll tell you a tale of Bilbo Baggins and the disappearing act he pulled at his birthday party all those years ago. Just lend me your ear for a moment. Okay. New quest.
Well, the gall of some folk.
Well, now, what I heard is that Bilbo had just about had it on his birthday. So many people, all of them bickering and squawking and trying to sneak into Bag End and look for treasure. Anyone would grow weary and want to be done with it. Bilbo was always an unconventional hobbit. What I heard tell is that he decided to give everyone a good scare and sneak away. Went to go enjoy himself where all his family wasn't, and went round to all the taverns and inns trying their brew. Now, from what I hear tell, no one's quite sure what really happened after that, but my brother's son's friend's cousin works down at the Green Dragon, and he swears he shipped off a barrel that was heavier than the others next day, and that it rolled funny like something was in it. Didn't think to question it until after the fact. My guess is that Bilbo enjoyed himself a bit too much, found himself in a cozy barrel, and got shipped off. Goodness only knows where he is now. I wonder what interesting brews he's gotten to try in far-flung lands. Well, that's a story. Very interesting. Okay. Oh, and now I don't need this note open because I've got this huge list here of all the people that I could see. Deed bestowed. Oh, look, a new deed. All the birthday Baggins birthday stories. Okay, let's go find someone else. Next. Ooh, there's one. Yo Doodle.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Collecting stories about Bilbo Big Shot Baggins, eh? More than enough of those to go around, to be sure. Luckily for you, I happen to know the truth of the matter of that odd disappearing act he pulled at his party. Yes, I do.
Hello Hello there.
As I was saying, here's what happened at that birthday party of Bilbo's. You see, when he was on his adventures, he met up with a pile of dwarves. Yes, dwarves. Anybody who knows anything knows it. Some of them dwarves got mighty peculiar after losing their home in the mountains far off all that long time ago. Since then, the stories say, some of them been known to be a Roman band doing nearly anything to squeak by, and that would breed loose morals, if you ask me, assuming they ever had any to start with. Can't ever be sure with people not of the Shire, no, you cannot. I heard that one of these dwarfs helped Bilbo dig a complex of tunnels under Bag End, and he simply popped down into these at an opportune moment. Goodness only knows what he's been up to since, but you can bet it's something no respectable hobbit would be caught doing. Well, there you go. That's a story, to be sure. Hey, Holly, how's it going?
Please, stay a moment.
What's that? Oh, you're wondering where Bilbo is now. Turns out you've asked the right hobbit.
Just a moment.
I'll have you know that I have it on excellent authority that on his travels Bilbo met a whopping massive bear. Yes, a proper large bear, not like the little ones what den around in these parts. And what did Bilbo do? No, don't be silly. The bear didn't eat him all in one gulp. Imagine the indigestion with all those brass buttons. Now, Bilbo might not be a proper hobbit, but a hobbit still he is, and that means he was carrying any number of delicious things, the like of which that bear had never smelled or tasted before. With those, clever Bilbo tamed that bear. Indeed he did, and that's not the end. No, not at all. Just getting to the best part, if you believe it. Radagast the Brown, you've heard of him, yes? Keeper of animals, they say, and proper wizard in his own right. Well, Radagast heard about Bilbo and the bear, and he was so impressed that he trained old Bilbo to be a lore master. Neither jesting nor joking am I. That's right, the first hobbit lore masters are Bilbo, and he rides around now on his great bear accompanying Radagast all over the lands. Really, Holly? Really? Okay, Holly. Sure. Let's carry on. Ooh, Postman Grub.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Looking for stories about Bilbo, are you now? Well, as postman, I know most people and hear most things. I can certainly spare the time to tell you a tale.
Hello?
So, so you're wanting to know where Bilbo had got himself off to? Well, if you ask around these parts, folks will tell you all kinds of nonsense. He got kidnapped, or is flying his own dragon, or is leading a fighting tribe of spiders. The gullibility of hobbits is sometimes not to be believed. They'll latch on to any story they hear, and the more exotic the better. Can you imagine Bilbo doing any of those things at his age? Gracious, he's a unique sort of hobbit, but he's got limits. I can see you're the sensible sort, so I'll tell you the real truth. Bilbo's always had a terrible fondness for elves, downright unsettling if you ask me, but he was never one to hold with conversation with he was never one to hold with convention. Anyway, he decided to spend the rest of his days with them, invited by the elvish leaders and all. He spent his declining years living with them and enjoying their hospitality, all while writing his memoirs in the form of a one-act play. Where there's smog, there's fire. I hear that the Buckland benefit of the Benevolent Bucket Brigade Brotherhood for the Bruised and Burned has exclusive rights for the opening. Okay, Postman Grub. So you say. So you say. Moving right along. Bogo.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Bilbo Baggins you're asking about, eh? Most folks think he's off gallivanting goodness knows where, but I've got quite a different story to tell you if you'll listen.
Hello there.
So, you're wondering what Bilbo's been up to since he disappeared, eh? Well, as it happens, I heard that he's not in some far off land at all. He's still right here in the Shire. That whole party business was an elaborate ruse to set people talking and rumoring and thinking that he's in some far off land having more adventures. That was just Bilbo's way of creating a distraction while he crept away to hide in plain sight. Folks say that at night you can sometimes see him, clothed in black, face hidden behind a dark mask with an even darker cape, all flapping and flowing behind him, riding along the roads of the Shire. He's turned vigilante, protecting us all from bandits and goblins and anything else nasty trying to creep into our towns. Bilbo's managed to stay out of sight so well due to his hidden hobbit holes all over the Shire. They were built in secret and paid for by his fortune, and he roams between these, never spending too much time in any one spot, always listening and waiting for danger to appear.
Might I have a word with you?
Bilbo, eh? Now, folks will tell you any nonsense about what happened to Bilbo at his birthday party, but what's the fun in that? It was all smoke and mirrors anyway, if you ask me. The real story's in what happened after, which, as it happens, I know all about.
Just a moment.
Now, I keep my ears to the ground, I do, and I can tell you with complete confidence that Bilbo went on back to the elves. He always told such stories about them, the likes of which you wouldn't believe. They say an elf queen has been teaching him to grow the biggest taters a person could ever hope to see. Leave it to Bilbo to go all the way off to the elves to gain knowledge just so he can steal the first prize ribbon from Farmer Maggot at one of these farmers' fairs. Some folks would just try harder in their own garden plot, but Bilbo just couldn't never do anything the easy way when he could have an adventure instead. I imagine he'll be back any day to wipe that smug smirk off Farmer Maggot and break his 60-year winning streak. Okay then. Now, I think we need to go and, well, Bag End. We'll have to hit Bag End at some point. Should we do that first? Now, let's go here. Ian's right here. We'll go up to Bag End next. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Go, go. Open the door. Open the door. Come on now. Come on. How hard can it be to open the door? Crispy. There it is. Okay. Can we? Can we? Okay, walk through the door. Okay. We're just having some technical difficulties here. Okay, Crispy. Look.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Excuse me. What's that you're asking about? Oh, yes, I know lots of stories about Bilbo. My mum tells me them some nights when I can't get to sleep.
Just a moment.
My mum tells me stories about Mr. Bilbo some nights when I can't get to sleep. My favorites are the ones about the lonely mountain with the dragon and the treasure. I'd like a dragon, I think, but only a nice one, not a nasty one. My good dragon would live with me and bring us shiny things to play with, and I'd fly him around in the sky. Dragons are terrible clever, you know, so mine would tell me stories and teach me things that only dragons know. But you know, I keep thinking about that poor mountain. Why, it's even called the Lonely Mountain. And that was when it still had a dragon friend of its own. But since Bilbo scared off the dragon, I bet that mountain is even lonelier. I feel so sad for it some nights. I just cry into my plush sheet petunia. But then I thought about nice Mr. Bilbo, and I bet he feels the same way. I bet he went back to that poor mountain to keep it company. If I were him, I'd bring it another dragon, but a nice one this time to keep it company for years and years and years. I bet that's just what he did.
Might I have a word with you?
Bilbo Baggins could single-handedly keep me in business for years to come the way folks around here swap stories about him. I'll gladly tell you my own personal thoughts on why he disappeared from his birthday party, though.
Just a moment.
Some around here weren't sure about him, but I miss dear Bilbo. He always had such an air of mystery about him, which is saying something, since the only air most hobbits have about them is one of pipeweed in their last meal. Bilbo was refreshing, he was. Shook us all up some, and that's a good thing, no doubt. We need some rousting out of our usual routine. Not all of us have the constitution to be explorers, so it's a precious commodity indeed when we get a hobbit with real stories to tell. Anyhow, I hear that Bilbo was getting bored, and can you blame him? So when Gandalf was setting off his lovely fireworks, Bilbo grabbed onto one and off he went, soared off into the skies in a trail of sparks. Now shake your head if you like, but I think that Bilbo Baggins could do just nearly anything he put his mind to, and I'm not changing my story. Oh, I'd love to know where he landed and what mischief he's gotten up to since then. I surely do hope he returns home again, or I might just explode in a starburst myself from curiosity. Here we
Stay
go.
and have some tea.
What's that you're asking about now? Old Mr. Bilbo, you say? Why, certainly I know what happened at his birthday party. Listen up and I'll tell you the true facts of the matter. Oh, we're having to wait. It's taking a minute. It'll get there. One of these days it'll open up. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, grr. Come on, game.
Good day.
Oh, here it is, finally. Okay. Bilbo Baggins was something of an eccentric around these parts. His adventures created enough stories that you can still hear new ones every day. Why, I was just recently talking to my niece's cousin, sister in law's nephew, the other day, and he said that he knew what really happened at that funny birthday party. All the folks in these parts attended it. But what with the food and the drink and the dancing and all the youngsters underfoot, only a few folks really witnessed the actual disappearing act. My niece's sister's cousins, you get the picture. The lad I was talking with, he says that he saw that wizard Gandalf pop old Mr. Bilbo into a giant sack, just visible through the fog, he said, and Mr. Bilbo squirming and wriggling like anything. Then they just vanished into thin air. Goodness knows what happened to the poor chap after that, but honestly, with the stories folks tell about his adventures and associates and goings on, what other end can a hobbit expect than a sticky one?
Could I take a moment of your time?
Ah, you're collecting stories about Bilbo Baggins. I know a grand one for you. That fellow's been some places and seen some things. Yes, he most certainly has.
How do you do?
I heard that Bilbo got up to a whole mess of adventures after his party, but you're wondering what he's up to now, yes? Well, I'll tell you that I heard that in the end he ran into some of those big folk what ride horses all the time. What are they called? The Riders of Ronald, Roger, no, nearly there. Tip of my tongue. Rohan, that's it. I hear he's got himself a war pony, and that they taught him to be a proper horse master and all. Rides in the company of, drat it, what's that feller's name? Theon? No, Theorem. Ugh, that's not it either. Hang on. Hang it all. Give me a minute. Theoden. That's the chappie. Our Bilbo's right there, riding in that company of big folk, with banners streaming and horses whinnying all across those big plains of grass tall enough to hide a hobbit, or so I hear. Is that the door? Nope, that's not the door. Find the door. Okay. You'd think I'd been having pints in there. All right, now we get to gallop up the hill. I won't be lazy this time. I won't take the shortcut. We'll just gallop all the way up the hill since we're here. Ah! Gotta watch where I'm going. And Cryspea is entering the hill. Off we go. Where's the gate for? Here it is. Bag End. Off we go to Bag End. Speak to Lotho and Lobelia. I'm sure these will be nasty stories. Let's see, what do we got? Ladies first. Let's talk to Lobelia.
I want a word with you.
Oh, all anyone talks about round here is Bilbo Baggins, but as it happens, yes, I do know quite a juicy bit of information that I don't mind sharing with a person such as yourself.
How rude.
Listen up now, and you might learn something worth knowing. Earlier that day, the day of the party, that is, I'll have you know that I saw Bilbo sampling a good many of Holly Hornblower's pies. They always looked delectable, but I swear she uses secret ingredients that would put off even the staunchest eater. Not that I'm jealous, mind. My pies always come in second, and I have an easy mind knowing that they are made of only the finest fruits, not any new nonsense I hear tell of, not like some people I know of. And if it's that, if that's good enough for me, well, pardon me. What was I saying? Right, Mr. Bilbo. As I was saying, I've heard that Holly was experimenting with sneaking in ground up mushrooms pinched from Farmer Maggot's field. If you listen to the young fry around these parts who've snuck into his field and eaten some, you know they have some awful queer effects. So if you want to know what I think, and you clearly do, as you're asking me, well, I think eating those pies up and disappeared, Bilbo. Good thing that odd Gandalf was around to cover it up with a poof of smoke and save us all the scandal. Although some might think that there could have been an important lesson to be learned had he not. Hmm.
What do you want?
Oh, you're wondering what mad Baggins has been up to? Ha! He was all cleverness and no sense, if you ask me. I know a right amusing story of what mischief he's gotten himself into. I surely do.
Why are you bothering me?
Well, now, last I heard is that old Baggins had completely squandered his fortune, although I never myself believed it was half as big as folks said, so it wouldn't be that hard to lose, now would it? But as I was saying, with his fortune gone, I hear he went to one of those big folk towns and got himself the finest fake beard that the remainder of his money could buy. Now, don't start laughing yet. You ain't heard the rest of it. And you remember what I said about him being too clever without much sense. Well, fake beard obtained, he went to live with the dwarfs. Yes, dwarfs. Snuck right in there with them in their caves and their digging. Dwarfs aren't too smart from what I've heard, and those caves got to be mighty shadowy and smoky from the torches, don't you think? Figure with his beard he can hide and work right alongside them, all the while slowly building up a new fortune of pocketed gems and fine metals. I bet he'll be back again, lording his adventures and supposed fortunes over us all once more. There you go. Now we know. Okay. Return to Gaffer Gamgee. I can do that. We'll just go right out the gate here and down the hill. Whee! Let's not get detoured into the apples there. This is the way. Yes, this is the way. Oh, hey, Gaffer.
What do you need?
You managed to speak to all the hobbits on my list then. Wonderful. If that's giving you what you need, off with you then. Time to take these stories to their final recipient.
I want a word with you.
I imagine those stories have someone waiting for them. Off you go now. Speak to Bilbo Baggins. Ooh, accept. There we go. Hey, Dagny of the Lonely Mountain. Nice to see you. And now, where shall I go? I shall go to... I'll go to my shortcut place. My shortcut place. Or should we take the... We could take the Gandalf taxi just to see how it's done. Let's go to Bree. We'll go to Bree. We'll take the Gandalf taxi back to Rivendell to speak to Bilbo Baggins. Just because we can. Because why not, right? Oh my goodness. Chronicler. I'm a chronicler now. Look at that. Ooh. Check it out. Oh, look at that. I got the whole thing done there. Yay me. Okay. Chronicler. I did a deed. Okay, here we go. Let's saddle up. We're going to take the Gandalf taxi today. Because why not? So we gallop up to the prancing pony. King of the mountain. He's king of the mountain. I'm wing of the mountain. Oh, Lord of the Wings today. I could be wing of the mountain. I've got that title. The title I haven't got yet is Crosser of Roads. But I'm going to get that one on Saturday when we do the big free-range chicken run. I hope lots of people come along and join me. It'll be fun. Here we are. Let's go in the prancing pony. Here we are. Okay, Gandalf taxi. That's what we're here for. Growling Southerner. That's where you turn. Hang a left at the Growling Southerner. Go right up these stairs past the bear. Okay. Yo, Gandalf, how's it hanging? There we go.
Why do you disturb me?
We're just going to accept that. Fly to Rivendell. Magically to Rivendell. Ooh, look at this. We're in Rivendell Valley now. Look at this. We're right outside that house. Talk to Master Elrond. Okay, so that's the quest that we can just cancel now that we're here. Yep, there it is. Now we want to go speak to Bilbo Baggins. So, saddle up. And head over to the last homely house. I suppose I could have gone to the stable over the other way and taken a pony to the last homely house. Could have done that. Oh, hey there.
Mind my words, traveler.
To the last bridge. Yeah, no, I don't want to go immediately to... I'll decline that, thank you very much. Let's not get distracted now. Stay on target here. Stay focused on your mission. We're here to talk to Bilbo. Not to pick up any side quest that falls in front of us. Okay. Over the noisy waterfall. Noisy bridge that. Up we go. Alrighty then, here we are. Get off my pony. It's just rude to try and ride in the door. Here we are. The place looks so nice since the reno. They did a good job on that. Good job. Bilbo. Off to see Bilbo. Hey, Bilbo.
Oh, good day.
Why, hello, Cryspea. Many salutations, I'm sure. And what has brought you here to me on this fine day? Tell Bilbo the stories you've collected. Okay.
How do you do?
Stories from the Shire? And all of them about me? I can't wait to hear them. Please tell me your tales. Let's see. This is where we're going to... Do we have a talking one? Do we have one about... Am I talking? Am I talking? Where's the talking one? Oh, I should just talk. Just talk. Here we go. Here he is talking. Here's Cryspea, telling all the stories. Talk some more, Cryspea. You got more stories than you can tell in just a couple seconds. So yeah, here's Cryspea telling all the stories. Continue that quest. Ha! A series of secret dwarf tunnels below Bag End. Delightful and not far off from the truth. Oh, dearie me, I'm not sure I can find that sweet child, the real dragon, but perhaps I can send back a plush one in secret. Charming, simply charming.
Hello there.
And he's reading them off. Okay. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh my. They're even better than I thought. The imagination of hobbits truly knows no bounds. The Lonely Mountain, Holly Hornblower's pies, a Cape Crusader even. Oh gracious and goodness me. You have made this old hobbit very happy. and brought me belly laughs such as I have not known for a while. Elves, for all their charms, have more esoteric form of humor. I've missed the stories hobbits tell. Take this with my thanks. Clearly, you have a knack for recording and telling tales. I hope you keep that up during your adventures. As I sense you will have a great many stories to tell. Finish now. There we go. Completed. Baggins Birthday. Bilbo's present. Yay! And look at this lovely present I got. I have the Scribe's book stand. Well, there we go. So let's do selfie Bilbo. Cryspea and Bilbo hanging out. Now gotta get all that stuff out the way. Here's Cryspea and Bilbo. Here we are. Cryspea and Bilbo. Now I gotta get my thumbnail so that when I post this video there, I'll have a nice little thumbnail picture I can use of these two hanging out in Rivendell. There we go. So now we can add this to my collection of the further adventures of Crispy Chicken on the Adventures of Crispy Chicken YouTube channel. And yeah, so next Saturday, this coming Saturday, like the day after tomorrow, is the big free range chicken run on Gladden server. So everybody who wants to join us as an escort or as a chicken should meet at Sanson's farm at 2 p.m. And things you need to know, we're going to use the Lore Seekers Public Voice Discord channel. If you want to get to the Lore Seekers Discord channel, there's a button right on their website. So if you go to theloreseekers.com, hit the Discord button, that takes you to the Discord channel. You can find the public voice channel there, and that's how we make sure the chickens and the escorts can communicate with one another. That's how we hear what's going on, and that's where all the fun happens, really. It's just not a chicken run without the chatter. The chatter is good. Um, so yeah, and 2 p.m. Saturday Eastern Standard Time, which is also server time, and we will be streaming this adventure on Twitch as we do. So I look forward to seeing how many we have in our flock on Saturday, and how many escorts we have with us. I think tomorrow I better post the escort tips and tricks that previous chicken play experts have put online. So everybody have a good night. If you've joined me on Twitch or you're watching this video, thank you for joining me. And have a great night. Crispy will see you later. Bye for now, everybody.